This is Paul at Downeast Under Creations. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the video. Well, I have to apologize for it being a couple of weeks since the last video, but we've had a lot of really rough weather. We had a couple of big storms where the weather just warmed up all of a sudden, and we had torrential downpours of rain and hurricane force winds. A few lobster boats broke free of their moorings, had the bottoms ripped right out of them, total losses. And we knew we weren't going to get any work done on this trailer. So we looked around. My wife called a few different places, and she discovered one of the lobstermen. He also has a lobster pound and a boatyard, and he had some space available in his boatyard boat shop, and for a very favorable rate. So we hauled the trailer on over there, and as you see in these pictures, we're now inside a well-lit and heated boatyard shop, and that's where we're working on the tiny house now, and we're making a lot of pretty good progress, and we're almost finished with the subfloor at this point. So we're pretty happy with that, and work continues. We're now at the point where we're ready to put the insulation into the floor between the floor joists. And as you can see, we have it laid out here and there. And the reason why it's laid out the way it is because it was stored outside, and we had some torrential rains and cold temperatures, and so it actually got through the packaging, it got wet, and some snow and ice on it and everything. So now what we're doing is we've got them all opened up and laid out, and now that it's in the heated shop, we're going to let it dry out. And as soon as it dries out, let it go for a day, overnight, something, we'll come back and just drop them into place in between the floor joists. Then we'll be ready to go. So what we're doing now is we're gluing these battens with some liquid nails down to the floor pan in between each of the floor joists. And the reason for that is to hold the Rockwell insulation up off of the pan, lets a little bit of air to circulate, any moisture to drain out on the bottom, and that'll also bring the insulation up to the top of the joist. Okay, I do have one piece of the Rockwell insulation that I can work with. So, and as you can see here, I have a little 2x4 I want to put in here, and I have another one I want to put right across there. And the reason for that is that once the subfloor is in place, there's an interior wall that's going to sit right on top here in between the joists. So this just gives a little bit more support. But what I have to do is I'm going to put the Rockwell insulation in position and then locate these studs and mark the Rockwell, because I have to cut a bit of a groove, a couple of grooves out of the Rockwell insulation, so that these studs will fit into place and I won't be compressing the Rockwell and leaving big air gaps on either side of it.
That's pretty easy.
See how this works? And this is the only one I have to do on this project, like this. Yeah, I think that works out pretty well. Now I can go ahead and I can screw these in, get those fastened, and all the rest of the insulation is just dropping into place. And on the other side, just cutting it to length. That's all there is to it. And I'm using a special knife. This is designed for the rock wool or mineral wool insulation. It cuts very easily. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and if you do subscribe, remember to ring that little bell so that you can be notified of any new videos that are released. And thanks again for watching.